You know, we can learn a thing or two from even the most peculiar people. Today, for example, the Revolting Slob is going to read us a poem.
Yeah?
Wonderful. What is it called?
The dead fly.
How original. Let's hear it.
The dead fly does not fly 'cause I swatted it.
Well, it's not Shakespeare, but it's got a certain something. Is the Revolting Slob A, reciting, B, receding, or C, reciprocating? The answer is A, reciting, which means to repeat from memory or read aloud.
Dead fly does not fly because I swat.
Oh, goodness! That's not a very nice thing to do, especially after such lovely poetry. Oh, my word! Hide the pets! He's on a roll. Now, is this kind of behavior A, unpronounceable, B, unprintable, or C, unpardonable? The correct answer is C, unpardonable, meaning actions that are absolutely unacceptable. Gesundheit. Oh, you know it's impolite to sneeze into your hand and then dine on the contents. Such behavior is really quite A, disintegrated, B, discourteous, or C, dispersed. The correct answer is B, discourteous, which is really a polite way of saying rude. Rude, rude, rude. Well then, let's review.
The dead fly does not fly.
The Revolting Slob is reciting a lovely poem. Such rude behavior is unpardonable. Not to mention discourteous. Oh, and by the way, disintegrated means broken into little itsy-bitsy pieces. No slobs, cats, or flies were harmed in the filming of this show.
Watch your backs! Coming through, coming through! Game time in 10 seconds! Think! Tank!
Ahoy, Milan Jam friends! This here's Captain Bob with a different kind of cool running. I can't get back to my beautiful home in Jamaica cause I'm stuck in this tank. No worries, man. I got me Rasta sub and me dreads swinging to the music. Look at this.
Can you help Captain Bob? He's jamming in his soul.
Okay, here's the deal. Now I'm gonna show you 3 things. And you got to tell me what they all got in common. But you got to do it before the water runs out of my tank. Let's go, gang. We got to get jamming.
Use your eyes, use your brain before his crews go down the drain.
Like I said, we got 3 things. We got a clock, an ordinary person, and a card game. What do they all have in common? Quick, the level's dropping. A clock, an ordinary person, and a card game. We're almost at the bottom, man. Do you see it now? They're all things with hands, man. Ain't that grand? There are hands on a clock. There are hands in a deck of cards. And there are hands on a person. Now this is fun. Next clue.
Before old Bob hits the bottom, find what these 3 got in common.
What's this now? We got a fish, a train, and a baseball. Can you figure out what ties them all together? Think hard. The water's already running away. Come on, people. You got a fish, a train, and a baseball. up, man. They're all things you catch. Ain't that cool? You can catch a fish, you can catch a train, and you can catch a baseball. Well, that's it for today. Join me in me take next time for another round.
We have gotten Bob. Now he's jamming in his song.
Who's got the next game? Right. Okay, right there. Hold on. Poop or scoop?
Ladies and gentlemen, hey, I'm talking here. That's better. All right, it's time once again to play Poop or Scoop. Can you tell the straight scoop true from the animal poop false? Test your knowledge of the animal kingdom by separating fact from fiction. Let's start with this nasty guy. Poop or Scoop? The whip scorpion has a very nasty stinger on its tail. What do you think? If you think the whip scorpion's got a stinger in its tail, vote Scoop. But if you think that's one tail you don't believe, vote Poop. And the answer is, it's pure poop. Most scorpions do have a stinger, but not the whip scorpion. He's got something even more dangerous in his tail, acid. He sprays the acid in his predator's eyes. Okie dokie, next one. Poop or Scoop? A single duck-billed platypus can take care of himself against larger predators like wild dogs and man. If you think the platypus is a fighter, vote Scoop. If you think he's an old softy, vote Poop. Poop or Scoop? You guessed it. It's the straight scoop. The male platypus has a poisonous spur on the back of his hind legs. He uses it to defend himself against his few natural enemies. Moving right along, Poop or Scoop? Camels really do spit. Go ahead and laugh, but what do you think? Do camels spit? If yes, vote Scoop. If no, pile on the poop. The answer is Scoop. When they get angry, camels like to spit. They tend to go for the eyes, so look out. Okay, Poop or Scoop? Owls can turn their heads around 360 degrees. What's the verdict? If you think owls can move their heads all the way around, vote Scoop. But if that story gives you a pain in the neck, vote Poop. The answer is Poop. Owls can't move their eyes, so they swivel their heads more than halfway in either direction, but not all the way around. Well, kids, that's all we got for you today. If you got only one right, you're a party pooper. 2, and you're a pooper scooper. 3 makes you a super pooper scooper. If you got all 4 questions, you're what else? A super duper pooper scooper. I'm telling you, you can't get this kind of entertainment just anywhere. So please, join us again next time for Poop or Scoop.
That was cool. Let's play another. Next game up, Riddle Snake.
In the dark and mysterious recesses of parts unknown, there resides the strange and riddle-wise creature known only as the Riddle Snake. His music is enchanting, and his riddles are perplexing. So look close and think even closer and closer and closer and closer. The riddle is, what is as big as an elephant and doesn't weigh anything? What is as big as an elephant and doesn't weigh anything? What is as big as an elephant and doesn't weigh anything? And the answer is an elephant's shadow. Of course, this entire riddle is based on an assumption, as it is extremely difficult to weigh a shadow. They're quite slippery. Ciao.